So America, like I told you, cops behaving badly. It should be the title of this week's show. So yesterday, in Texas, San Antonio, KSAT released a video of two sheriff deputies fatally shooting a 41-year-old man who appears to be holding his hands up in the sign of universal surrender. It's on tape. The video is below. You got to check it out. The video shot in a cell phone camera by a college student shows a man, Gilbert Flores, walking shirtless in front of his home behind several parked cars as Deputy Greg Vasquez and Robert Sanchez approach him. They were responding to a domestic violence disturbance call. Flores jogged into the driveway and walked towards deputies with his hands outstretched. Hands up, right? He turned his back and walked away, disappeared out of the camera's view behind the sheriff cruiser. A moment later, he reemerges, seeming to exchange with the deputy, and appears to have both of his hands up. And then he was fatally shot. Fatally shot by those police. Now, America, I say to you this. This is why. This is another example of why we need to have body cameras. Gilbert Flores, he's not white. He's not white. He's Hispanic. And yet still, by two Hispanic officers, he was fatally shot while his hands were up and it was caught on tape. America. There's people out there to make this argument. I said this earlier in the show. Make this argument that police are, we are taking on, police have become, everybody hates the police. We need to blah, 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 blah. You know, the people, nobody respects the police, right? You know, in the case in point, in Texas, the attorney general, the lieutenant governor released a statement saying we should all call police sirs and ma'ams, and we should respect them and thank them for their service. Well, but this is the service that they're providing, shooting somebody with their hands up, or in the case of Sandra Bland, arresting somebody for smoking, for not putting out their cigarette. America, no, I don't respect them. Not at all. My mom told me one thing growing up. Respect is earned, not given. And if police want respect from communities, both black communities, white communities, Hispanic communities, they have to earn respect. Your job, and I've said this over and over, there has to be a symbiotic relationship between police and community. Police can't walk around being Hitlers in communities and terrorizing communities. Their job is to protect and serve communities. And communities deserve to be safe and welcoming. But for these two things to be symbiotic, there has to be trust. And you look at this video, and right away, I tell you, I don't trust these San Antonio sheriff deputies. Not remotely. This guy had his hands up. America. So I think America, well, no, better yet, not I think, I know. We need to revision as a nation how we would like to view law enforcement. Because right now, the law enforcement is a renegade version of the KKK in certain places. Not all police, but you look at Walter Scott, for example, in West Charleston, who was shot while running away. He was shot in the back and the police lied about it. Renegade. Renegade. It's almost like the lynchings of the 1960s. The sad part is they're lynching each other, lynching white on white. It doesn't matter. They just want to lynch them because they have power. And their badge, they feel, is power. And they use their power to supplant and destroy other people's power. And because they have power and they have a badge, they think or they believe they deserve our respect. This is what I say to you. Police officers, if you want the respect of communities of color, start having a conversation with the community. Your job isn't to terrorize them and walk down the streets and have your gun drawn and arrest people for looking you in the eye. Your job is to get to know the neighborhood, get to know the people, get to understand the community. And when you understand the community, you will work with the community to keep the community safe. There's no community in America that does not want to be safe and welcoming. Not one. But we as a nation have got to be bold enough and brave enough to have a conversation about the fact that there's too much police killing innocent people in this country.